What's going on, guys? Mr. Still here with you tonight. We got a nice, cool evening. I decided to shoot this one again on my balcony. I got some candles lit because I wanted to set the mood for what I'm about to talk about. And since this is going to be technically like my first episode ever, there was like the intro, whatever, I'm just shooting from the hip, guys. But I wanted to just go ahead and start trying to add some value. There's a lot of guys in the self-masculine improvement niche. I think that they start off in a lot of areas: dating, fitness, all those different things, right? I think personally, as a young man, middle-aged man, whoever you may be, if you're just now trying to really start off, one of the best places to start building the foundation is going to be finances. And there's a lot of books out there getting recommended. Sometimes they're a little more advanced or a little more nuanced, right? You got Think and Grow Rich, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Then you start getting into all these other books, the relationship building, how to win friends and influence others. Some of these books can read a little more complicated, a little convoluted. They're starting to get up there, right? They're thicker books. You gotta have a little bit more attention span. And they're a little beyond the beginner basics. Since I'm starting at the starting line, and I'm just now kicking things off with this for myself, I wanted to do the same with you so you could grow with me. And I was thinking, where can I start things off to help you and add the most value? And the book that came to mind was going to be The Richest Man in Babylon. This is an awesome book for finances. It's very short. It's not a whole lot to bite off of and chew. I think you'll be able to digest it. It conveys the lessons through story, which I think is how we learn best. They're actually interesting. They're captivating. And what's really cool is this comes from ancient tablets translated from thousands of years ago. Super cool, man. And it's still applicable and works to this very day. Again, this is just the basics. It's kind of a foundation for you to build upon and start developing yourself as a man. Again, you got to have a degree of financial understanding to convey that respect and to level up. Also, make sure that you get the revised 21st century edition. The older one is going to read a lot more archaic and old English. You don't want that. It's not going to be as enjoyable. It's going to be kind of painful, honestly. So I wanted to set the tone for one of the lessons and how this book kind of starts off. So it does start off with another character that we're going to skip over, and we're going to skip right to the main character. I don't want to give away too much because I really do want you to go and read this book. I absolutely believe it's going to help you and it's going to give you a lot of value. But I did want to set the tone, pique your interest so that you're interested and you go get this book. Obviously, I'm not making any money off this book. I'm not a financial advisor. I really do just want to help you out. So sit back with me and imagine this, that the king of Babylon has just gotten back from his war escapades. And now that you don't have all the economic spurring from the war, things are slowing down in the kingdom. And he's wondering why his city is not blossoming. And he's talking to his advisor. And the advisors are telling him all the money has flowed into a few pockets. A few men have managed to accumulate all of the wealth in the city. And they're trying to figure out why. And they think it's because their citizens are not educated on money and finances. So they call the richest man in Babylon. His name is Arcad. And the king's talking with Arcad. And Arcad agrees to help the king. And the king asks him to educate the city, to educate his citizens. And Arcad agrees. So the king gathers 100 men, young and old. And their duty is going to be to sit with Arcad and learn from him and then go out into the city and educate the rest of the city, the entire city. Can you imagine a king that wants to educate the whole city so that the kingdom will prosper in general? That's such a positive mindset. We have such a lack mindset. There's not enough to go around. If they know what I know, they're going to take from me. Not true at all, right? Even the king had this positive, wealthy mindset that there's enough to go around. If we all just learn how to seize it and take advantage of it, that there's enough money for us all. And so I want you to imagine a dimly lit old school building, open walls, you can see lush vegetation, and there's torches lit all around, and the smell of incense, and there's all these guys sitting there, cross-legged, waiting to be taught by Arcad, the richest man in this city. Imagine that. You're sitting there waiting to meet with the wealthiest man in whatever city you're in, right? And he comes out, and every night he's going to impart one lesson to you. And your job is to pay close attention and ask questions. And a lot of these guys try to combat the lessons he's telling them even, and he explains to them why. It's super good, guys. It's such an interesting read. The stories are actually captivating and compelling. I'll talk about one lesson that I really like, that I think is really important, and then I'm going to leave the rest up to you. If you found it interesting, if I piqued your interest, go check the book out. I'm not getting paid for this. I think it's a worthwhile book. You can get it on Amazon. It's not an expensive book. It's a thin book. You can do it. So this lesson is pay yourself first. Pay yourself first. And that may sound super basic. Again, this is beginner finance, but just hear me out. So many people are stuck in this rat race, and they're being reactive. Most people, young and old, you might be 14 or 15 or 16, you might be 47. A lot of people never get out of this mindset that you get paid and you're living paycheck to paycheck, and the first thing you do, you may be getting your first apartment, or you may be on your 30th apartment, or have a home, right? And the first thing a lot of people do is they pay everyone. They pay their mortgage, they pay their rent, they pay their insurance. Oh, I gotta drive my car, I gotta have insurance, oh, right? They pay their debt, right? They pay everyone else, and they don't pay themselves, all right? The lesson in this book that Arcad is gonna teach you is gonna be to pay yourself first. Starting off as 10% of every dime, every penny, every coin of gold, obviously in the book, that comes through your hand. 10% of that is yours to keep. So you keep it. You pay yourself, right? And then you figure out the rest. And what you will find interesting, and they talk about this in the book, is you always somehow kind of figured it all out, right? Oh my God, you've barely been getting by, and now you're paying yourself 10%. Oh my God, how am I going to do this? And you figure it out, man. You figure it out. You find money that was slipping through your hands and going to places it shouldn't have been, on bull crap and bullshit. And all of a sudden, you're still living almost the same lifestyle, right? You're eating, your rent's paid, but you're accumulating 10% every paycheck, right? It's a really good lesson. You're going to see this lesson repeated a lot of times because a lot of people have stolen this lesson. Let's not say stolen, but borrowed, because it's good advice, right? This lesson, this is where it originated. You're going to see this in Rich Dad, Poor Dad and a lot of other financial books, right? They got it from here. This is the foundation, right? This is why I'm recommending you read this book first on your financial journey for success, to be a respected, more masculine, more commanding, more fit man. You got to be the boss of your finances. You got to be a king. You got to know how to manage your money, right? People will respect you. You will walk with an air and a confidence when you've got a little extra money in the bank, right? You'll start to get excited. It starts to become a game. It's fun, guys. So again, I highly recommend this book. This, again, is the basics to build upon, all right? We can get later into, wealth creation, how the elite and the wealthy are playing with debt and other people's money. We'll talk about all that later, guys. But I'm starting at the bottom with you on my journey, and I'm hoping that I can do the same for you. I didn't want to jump right into the complex stuff. So if you found this informative, if I piqued your interest, go check out the book. I'm not getting paid. I don't have an affiliate link. I'll try to put a link in the bottom for you, though, on Amazon or whatever, so you can go check it out and know where to find it. Other than that, this is just me imparting wisdom on a book that was enjoyable to read, that was actually entertaining, and that truly gave some good wisdom. So I hope this helps you out. I hope y'all find it informative. If you enjoyed it, guys, comment below. If you end up reading the book, let me know what you think, man. Good, bad, I don't care. Give me your criticism. Let me know. I'm interested, guys. I want to learn from you. give me some feedback on how I'm doing. Obviously, this is like video number 2 or whatever, or 1. It's gonna suck. The first 50 videos are gonna suck. It is what it is. Just deal with me and bear with me, and I promise I'm gonna get better for you. And we're gonna do this together, guys. We're gonna level this up, and the sky is the limit, guys. So thanks so much again for tuning in. I really appreciate you. And until next time, stay blessed.